Hello everyone, in this video I will show you some best single-player games in 2020 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. But before we start this video, make sure you subscribe to your channel Games Down and hit the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is The Outer Worlds. Obsidian is no amateur when it comes to crafting immersive RPGs packed with interesting and memorable characters. The Outer Worlds is a testament to the studio's dedication to single-player experiences and delivers the engrossing role-playing quality Bethesda games seem to have lost as of late. You play as the Stranger, an unknown variable tasked with determining the fate of the Halcyon space colony and its starving citizens. Next up we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Respawn's take on the Star Wars universe is something to truly behold. Mirroring the cinematic presentation of games like Uncharted and Tomb Raider along with a light sprinkling of Dark Souls combat, the third-person single-player RPG has something to offer for nearly every kind of player. Respawn's take on the Star Wars universe is something to truly behold. Next up we have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Launching alongside the Switch and going on to sell more copies than the console itself, Breath of the Wild is arguably the quintessential Switch game, and it deserves a spot in every player collection. It manages to update the Zelda formula while staying true to the series' roots, evident by the numerous Easter eggs and references to earlier Zelda titles. However, the real highlight is the game's ability to turn any ordinary task into an enjoyable experience, with activities like cooking, paragliding, and rock climbing all feeling like their own mini-games designed to keep you engaged. Next up we have Marvel's Spider-Man. Insomniac Games really struck a home run by bringing the web slinger onto the PS4. Marvel's Spider-Man captures what it's like to watch a Marvel movie, with the added benefit of putting you in control of the hero. Whether you are watching a cutscene, chasing down a stolen truck, or just aimlessly swinging around Manhattan, the game always feels cinematic and engrossing. Its combat borrows the best parts of the Batman Arkham series and uses them in a way that feels natural to how Spider-Man would take down foes. Next up we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is by far the best-looking entry in the historically based action RPG, breathing new life into the now 12-year-old franchise while telling an original story set in ancient Greece. The game blurs the line between realism and power fantasy even further by providing players with new combat options, including the neat ability to kick enemies off ledges 300 style. Next up we have The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Offering seemingly infinite opportunities to venture off the beaten path and into the unknown, The Witcher 3's intimidatingly large open world is simply too enticing not to explore. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter known as a Witcher, on an adventure to find your adopted daughter who being pursued by an evil force known as the Wild Hunt. In addition to his two swords, Geralt can wield magical powers which add an extra layer to combat and make battling enemies more satisfying. Next up we have Death Stranding. Death Stranding will no doubt go down as one of the most divisive games of this generation, with some critics and fans considering it to be an absolute masterpiece while others deeming it to be utter garbage. The walking sim features all the hallmarks of a Kojima game: a convoluted story, unique gameplay mechanics, and highly atmospheric environments. The game sees you controlling Sam Porter Bridges, a delivery man tasked with reconnecting a divided world brimming with invisible monsters and corrupt. Next up we have Resident Evil 2. Following the success of the first Resident Evil remake, Capcom's updated version of Resident Evil 2 is nothing short of a survival horror game masterpiece. It features completely redone assets as well as some co-op improvements that bring the 20-year-old title feel on par with current-gen releases. Players control rookie cop Leon as Kennedy and college student Claire Redfield as they attempt to escape Raccoon City amid a zombie apocalypse. While the core experience of RE2 has remained pretty much the same and sees players scavenging for ammo and healing items, the story has been reworked in some areas, giving characters like Ada Wong a much more prominent role. Next up we have Metro Exodus. The Metro series continues to improve with each new installment, and Metro Exodus is by far the most impressive entry to date. Aside from supporting ray tracing, featuring an immersive redesigned HUD, and offering more visually detailed weapons. The story-driven first-person shooter introduces new environments for players to explore as they travel through a post-apocalyptic Russian wasteland. The last game of this video is Doom. What better way to spend your time waiting for the release of Doom Eternal than checking out the first game? 2016 Doom was a return to form for id Software iconic first-person shooter, featuring more brutal combat, gory executions, overpowered guns, and last but not least, more Doom Guy. What more, the game is just as visually impressive today as it was at launch thanks to fluid, cinematic quality animations, disturbingly detailed blood splatters, and an abundance of explosive weapons. Doom also boasts a new upgrade system that lets players invest in weapons they like along with stylish glory kill executions. So that's it guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to your channel Games Down and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.